welcome back to the Netherkast. My name is Black Cyborg, not actual birth name, of course, username. And I'm joined by temporary username, Shadaloo, and Razor's Edge.
The artist formerly known as Shadaloo. He goes by Shad these days.
Now is Shad, and we could probably shorten
Shad.
Razor's Edge to Razor. Temporary username is now Temp.
He's trying to divorce himself from Street Fighter because we're a Mortal Kombat podcast.
And I'm shortened.
I'm saying, man, they know who we are, okay?
That's true, but
They do know who we are.
We have some new listeners, actually. And my name is shortened down to Black. No, we do have some new listeners because I think we gained like 20 from the Injustice stream. Always pushing that during the Injustice streams because you know everybody in there is at least your target audience. So it's an easy sell. But so anybody that is listening for the first time, thanks for doing so. We do a weekly podcast on Thursdays called the Nethercast. So thanks for joining us. Anyways, let's jump into it. Temp, you have some things you want to discuss because we didn't have a whole lot to go over with the stream wise since it wasn't really an eventful stream. We got a couple questions answered, which was nice. But yeah, we're going to kind of just talk about Injustice as a whole, so Temp, lead the way.
We're going to do a roundtable tonight. I really enjoy these things. I tried to do them. I vouch for them at least once every few months just because I think they're so much fun, and it's cool to see what everyone says. This is going to be like an Injustice 1, Injustice 2, contrast and compare sort of thing going on. We're going to do some categories of what we feel worked best and what didn't work best art-wise for Injustice 1, 2. So the first category is Best Injustice 1 Design. Does anyone want to go first?
No.
I can go first. I can go first then.
You've got the hype. You lead the hype train.
Let's hype this up. I'm going to go with
Shovel that
Shazam. Me and Shazam are going to shovel this down. I'm sure everyone's seen the art by now. Shoutouts to Ishii. I like Shazam's design quite a bit, and this was my main Injustice 1. I always thought he looked good. He was one of the characters who I would have liked to main, but decided not to main. The only reason I stuck with him is because just me and Sinestro weren't working out, and he was my first choice initially. Aquaman was broke as fuck, but I went to Shazam just because I thought he looked good. I never really intended to play him, but God, I loved his gameplay so much. I still feel like he's really underrated. I mean, Digit was taking down really heavy hitter players with this guy. I thought he had hardcore potential. Just no one really knew what to do with him, but design, we're talking about art here. I love the hood. I had actually never seen Shazam in a hood until I saw his design. Even though I still don't like the fact that his the red part of his costume looks like muscle tissue, I do think the lightning effect looks good. I know it's kind of a polarized costume. I know some of you guys aren't a fan. If y'all want to say otherwise, this would be a good moment. What do y'all think?
Well, for me, I thought that, like, his head under the hood looked kind of weird. Like, whatever happened to Raven's jaw happened to his, too.
Okay.
Like, I like the idea of him in a hood. I think he looks cool in a hood when you, like, draw him. I just think that the way they rendered it in the 3D model, something came out wrong with his face.
His head looks too small for his body, and he looks like he's wearing a mask of his own face. It doesn't look right or natural. I'm not a fan.
Interesting.
As our new listeners are about to discover, I did not particularly care for Injustice 1 a great deal, to put it mildly.
I like it, but I see.
I like his design in terms of the outfit. I mean, his model, yeah, has some issues for sure, which a lot of the Injustice 1 models do. So, I mean, that's not anything different. But yeah, they've definitely come a long way since then with the MK9 and Injustice days. But yeah, I would say his overall design, like the outfit that he's wearing, is one of the more appealing ones in the game, in my opinion. I do like the hooded outfit. I like the lightning inside the lightning bolt logo, so it was kind of cool.
I feel like both him and Black Adam actually look really good in combat. Like when you're fighting with the characters, I feel like their animations and their model look really good. Some characters I feel like didn't translate that well. I think they kind of look awkward in game, just because like they're either like really dark muted colors or their model isn't big enough to really like accent the qualities of it. Like I think Zod's a good example of that. Black Adam looks really good. Harley Quinn, not so much. I don't think she looks that great in combat. Lobo looks good, but because it's very distinct. Other characters I think kind of look shit when they're actually in game. So this is, I think, two characters I thought really shined. But who's next? Who are we doing next on the round table?
I'll go for it. Design wise, like just overall design, the way they look and feel and play and all that. Man, that's sort of tough. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning between two. For me, it's between Catwoman. I really enjoy the way she looks. I like her outfit. I like the way she plays, and the way they tie it all together. And some of her alternate attires are nice. And I also like. I was gonna say Green Arrow. I feel like Green Arrow really, his overall design, the way he looks and plays, is also very well done in my opinion.
Interesting. I did not think you were going to say Green Arrow. Like, I didn't think you were going to say Catwoman, but I wasn't surprised when I heard it. Green Arrow was kind of a surprise.
Grundy's pretty good too, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still torn between those two though.
Grundy's a little small in my opinion. Like, I thought, like, if you see him in Arkham City, like, he's fucking gigantic, yeah?
Arkham Grundy is probably the biggest Grundy's ever been in anything.
If I'm not mistaken, he actually does tend to vary in size whenever he comes back. He's usually pretty large.
Okay.
But
Yeah, he's like the Hulk. He's never drawn consistently.
Same for like Bane. Even Bane's size is kind of varied over the years.
But I mean, they at least usually rein Bane into like 8 or 9 feet, like still almost human.
bigger than a bread box.
Yeah, but
I don't know if I know the bread box reference, but
it's just an old turn of phrase. Bigger than a bread box. He's large.
gotcha.
Like I'd say that Solomon Grundy typically does vary between like average Bane size and monstrous hulking gigantic, depending on the story or the author, or whims of DC, what have you.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about them really. Their designs are fun, but yeah, they could certainly be better. But those are the two that stand out the most to me.
If you had to pick between the two, does one have some quality that trumps the other?
I mean, for one, I enjoy playing more and fun factor, I would choose Catwoman, but I feel like nailing the character the most in terms of staying true to the character but designing him really well for the game, I would say Green Arrow's probably the most well-rounded of the bunch.
Okay.
Next.
All right. I guess that just sort of leaves me, pretty much.
well, I haven't gone yet, but go ahead.
No, you haven't? All right.
That's fine. That's fine.
Chad's like, I'm the only person left that matters. Razor can go fuck himself.
That's just how I roll. Are you me? No, go fuck yourself. Chad takes a sip of his
I'm
wine.
used to this. We do a show together once every couple months.
So is there anybody you like, Shad, on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it is me now.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Spoke
Okay.
first. I'm letting you have your chance.
All right. I like Lobo and I like Doomsday because they didn't fuck him up. They kept pretty true to the essence of the characters. There's just enough of an original spin there for it to work for me. They didn't go batshit dumbass crazy with the armor like they did for a lot of the characters. Like I don't even like the way Catwoman looks. I can't agree with that. Like the 6-pack armor, something about it just really, really, really awful.
Yeah.
I just can't. I just can't.
Yeah.
Catwoman's bare sleeves is what's weird to me.
She has better alternates. I'll
Yeah.
give you that. Her alternates definitely.
Well, actually,
Are the ones
I
I
was going
prefer.
to ask before we get to me. Can you pick an Arkham City transplanted costume as your favorite?
Only if it's actually transplanted. It has to be in the game. But yes, if it's in the game,
because
sure.
I mean, a bunch of people got alts that are straight out of the Arkham games. Neither realm didn't make them.
Yeah, Arkham City's Catwoman's pretty damn awesome.
I would still let
think-
us know which NetherRealm one is the best, but sure, you can absolutely pick an Arkham City one.
All right, I just wanted to know beforehand.
Okay.
Well, I don't think I've even saw any of those things transplanted. Not like I care if they were. But yeah, it's Doomsday or Lobo for me. Absolutely. Love them both.
Lobo did translate really well. I mean, it's like right out of the comics. I like Lobos a lot.
Like, that's pretty much it. I'm just not a fan of all the armor shtick. It came after, their new 52 and all this armored up crap. And the first thing that happened, I looked at this game, I'm like, well, that's not fucking helping now, is it? See, I've always been kind of resistant to this whole armored aesthetic. So when they tone it down like they did here, and Joker's pretty good too. Joker's pretty recognizably Joker. I don't know what the straps across his waist are here, and yeah,
He's wearing a bulletproof vest under his coat.
Is he? Okay.
I think so. I think that's what that is.
Should have painted a smiley face on that or something. But anyhow, yeah, those are my picks pretty much. I can't comment on how great they feel gameplay wise because basically after week 1 I finished the story mode, then I put the game down forever. But I do recall having some fun with Green Arrow, and I had some fun with Green Lantern. That's about all I can really say and contribute.
Fully charged.
I remember that.
You said it like Wolverine, though. You didn't say
Yeah,
like
that sounded like a. I thought you were quoting a Marvel game.
Fully charged, bub.
Berserker Barrage.
It was almost the same tone as how Gambit says kinetic card.
Kinetic card.
Optic blast. Anyways.
Optic Behold. Optic Sweep.
All right, Razor, floor's yours.
All right, well, my pick overall in the game is Arkham Catwoman.
Nice.
But if we stick to just NetherRealm designs, I would say Zatanna. For mostly the same reason Shad picked his picks, they just did her comic outfit. They didn't fuck it up with armor.
Yeah.
Thanks.
She was up there for me as well. Her gameplay throws me off a little bit.
Well,
yes, I suppose
if we're going by just like I never really got the hang of her gameplay either. But just in terms of costume design, I go with her. Like I could also say Lobo and Joker are also very close. Grundy's pretty close, but I likes me the ladies, so I went Catwoman.
Sure.
And Zatanna.
I would say this though, on the select screen, Zatanna looks significantly better than she does in game. I don't like her in-game model. As for Catwoman, say more about Catwoman because I need to Google that. I didn't actually see what that looks like. But why Catwoman Arkham City?
Yeah, Arkham City Catwoman is just she looks like Catwoman looks in the comics. They put a little bit of like texture on her outfit, but like she's pretty much straight out of the comics. It's just a skin tight, sexy black outfit. I
don't even remember this in the game. I did not know you could play as Arkham City Injustice Catwoman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
interesting. Okay, cool.
She's got the cute little bit of hair, pink cow, and she's got the goggles.
Yeah, it was
her face looks good.
It was one of the
pre-order. The goggles on her like NetherRealm design primary are like just weird metal plates. They don't look like you can see out of them.
Looking now, I'm pulling up the select screen again. Yeah, they're almost like not periscopes. What the fuck? Binoculars almost. Like they're like machines. Almost.
Yeah, there's something. I don't see a lens on them. Like.
Yeah, definitely looks like electronic, whatever it is. Yeah.
They look like two giant bolts sticking out of her head.
And I'm staring.
I'm
at the
definitely partial to
screen.
the alternate. What's up?
Just offhand, I'm staring at the select screen right now, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Is that girl Robin? Is that spoiler? Okay, no, it's Harley Quinn. All right, that's what I'm going for.
I actually like that Harley Quinn design. I actually thought that was better of her too.
So of all the Harley Quinns there've ever been, that's not her original. Like ever since the Arkham games started making her just a girl in corsets and with her pigtails out. I think the only one that manages to do that and still make her look like a clown is Injustice. So I gotta give her primary that. I think that Harley's primary manages to combine the idea of a Harlequin with the Hot Topic bullshit.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at it again in game because maybe it's just a bad select screen picture.
I mean, the Robin mask is pretty distinct. I'll agree with you that, but I still think it looks good. I still think it works.
Yeah, okay. This isn't as horrible as I remember. It's just the Robin mask that needs to go.
Well, she's always worn a domino mask.
Yeah, but when you wear the domino mask without conjunction of like the jester helmet or like the abnormally white face paint, it just looks like you're wearing a domino mask.
Yeah, I can see it.
Well, this kind of brings us to our next topic in a way. Anything else, Razor, before we move on?
No, that's it. That's my favorite designs. Arkham, Catwoman, and Zatanna.
Solid.
All right, well, here we go. Now we're going to talk about the worst Injustice design. I mean, everyone knows what I'm going to pick. It's fucking Wonder Woman, obviously. Like, I don't even know what else to say. I've said it 1,000 times. She looks like Tim Curry. It doesn't work. The body looks awkward. The neck is way too long. She looks like an anorexic Tim Curry. I don't like it. Next, who wants to take it over? Cyborg, you're next.
Least favorite Injustice 1 design. Of all the characters, I'd probably have to go Raven. Raven, for every reason you don't like Wonder Woman, like Raven is just as guilty. Her face.
I'm looking at her like, yeah.
Her face.
You just said
so
Tim Curry.
Up. Yeah.
That's all I'm seeing is Tim Curry.
Raven's face is so like strong jawed, strong cheekbones. Just a very man face under that, and you got to throw in the bad voice that they did. Instead of just using Tara Strong's voice, they used like the demonic voice for her. Like this is a character that people really fell in love with the Teen Titan cartoons, and they completely missed that mark 100% with this version of her. Like I get what they were going for. They wanted to play up that more demonic, nature of her in this version.
They wanted a Christopher Nolan Raven. They didn't want a Teen Titans Raven, and they fucked it all up.
Yeah, I think that was a huge huge
No,
why huge mistake, because Raven is one of those characters that's kind of like a cult popular pop culture type character these days, and they completely missed the ball on the version that they went for. It's like in the height of the Dark Knight fame or something, they just decided to make Batman campy and goofy again, which I love that Batman too, but I'm just saying it's just completely missing the ball in what people were wanting. And she's much more offensive than I think Wonder Woman is.
Well, yeah, I agree she is more offensive, but I couldn't pick her because I think the design is, if you put a bag over her head, she is still a good design in my opinion. I actually think the costume looks good. It's just her fucking face and voice. Like, even her figure looks more feminine than Wonder Woman. It's so close to being a good design.
As it should be. Wonder Woman's supposed to look more Amazonian and a little bit more muscly and whatnot.
Well, you say that, but in her comics origin story, she got the gift of beauty from Aphrodite, so...
You can be muscly and beautiful, too.
I normally don't go in for these kind of things, but I would just like to read to you some samples from an Injustice thread entitled, "Would You Bang Injustice Raven?" Here are some of the responses. In the Titans costume they gave her with normal skin, all night. All night. All every night. No, where's the Grundy option? Wait, did My Little Pony fan just post on a "Would You Bang" thread? In before 10 seconds flat joke. What's 10 seconds flat joke? Hood down or up? No hood, just full on man jaw in your face. Have you seen that ass? Darkness take me. Yes, winner.
If it wasn't for the Alec Baldwin jaw, even the rest of the face is salvageable. It's like, even though I still think Wonder Woman hurts the most, Raven stings the most. Like, it's, oh god, because I love Raven so much. I love tragic characters. Smoke, Lee May, Raven. Throw them all in there. I eat that shit up. So, god, and the fact that she's not returning most likely burns like a son of a bitch. But I can't pick her because I think the overall design, at least in the concept art, is still good. So I can't do Raven.
Oh yeah, she looks good in the concept art. Everybody looks good in their concept art because a 3D modeler didn't fuck up the faces.
And a lot of people cannot do Raven, Temp. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
This is a long thread. Only if I could use her jawline to cut tomatoes.
I was thinking Smash. Okay.
Put the hood on backwards and then we'll talk. Or a Bane mask.
That would actually be bad. I would love to play Raven with a Bane mask. That sounds amazing. Like, even if she had a working face, like the Bane mask sounds awesome.
I'm staring at I'm at the select screen again, and I'm looking at Bane, and I'm like, fuck this costume. He looks like he stole Firefly's head, and that would still be an improvement on whatever the hell is resting on top of Raven's neck.
He does look like he has Firefly's fucking face.
Raven's got a
I see it now, yeah.
Just so I'm clear, is Raven your pick, Shad?
I honestly don't know, man. If you let me go on, I'll be here for an hour. I hate almost every single one of these fuckers.
Well, Harley Quinn versus Raven. What do you think? Which one's worse?
Oh, Harley
God,
Quinn's
no.
better, easily.
I'm gonna have to compare Raven to every single one of them. And yeah, Harley Quinn's got some redeeming factors. The Zod looks drab. Luthor's just milk toast. Catwoman's got a fucking ugly armored six-pack. Deathstroke's got too much armor. I don't know what that is, but it's not Scorpion. That's a horse.
I actually like the horse design, but okay. I like it.
Catwoman's breasts are also, like, unnaturally low for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, actually look at that. They need to be at least, like, 5 inches higher.
I honestly can't pick a single corpse out of this flaming train wreck. I hate everyone here so much. But Raven probably takes it for the single most standout horrible feature. I'm sorry, NRS, but if you need a poster child argument as to why face modeling from you guys needs work, there you go.
You know, I bet they originally wanted to use Tara Strong's natural voice, but when they saw the design, they're like, "That there's no world that is going to work. There's no world where that voice is going to match that body, like, ever." Which I still would have rocked it up, but oh well. Okay, well, it sounds like Shad is pretty much throwing the roster under the bus. So Raven was your epicenter, though. Is that right?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. All right. Before we move on to Razor, anything else, Shad?
Is this Ares, or did they give Quan Chi's horse's helmet to someone? What is that thing?
Like I said, I like it. I think it looks good.
I mean, that's what Ares looks like in the comics, though.
I don't know.
Well, there's less face. There's a lot more face in Injustice. He's pretty much just the Black Mage from Final Fantasy in the comics.
You can actually see the noob Cybot going on under there.
Yeah, fair enough. I actually don't hate Sinestro a ton, but man, that 1 week I played with him, holy shit, I don't think I've ever been more disappointed in a character's gameplay ever. That guy was chunky and slow and boring.
He's definitely zony. Like, I eventually learned him as a secondary, and I do like the character, but he's very zone heavy. Until you learn his Vortex, and he's bullshit, but yeah.
You know what? Backhanded compliment time. They almost managed to give Aquaman a bit of dignity. They did that for Injustice 2. His Injustice 1 costume is kind of a case of close, not quite, but close for me.
I don't know about Injustice 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, I don't know if I'm on the same page there.
I like it better, and I'll just put this up before we move on. I swear to God, I'm looking at Green Lantern, and it just looks like someone just spilled milk over him while he lied down. It's fucking awful. It's gutter trash.
I don't know.
I'm fairly neutral on Green Lantern.
I kind of like Injustice Green Lantern because I've always wanted to see Green Lantern designs give them Tron lines. Like, the whole idea behind the costume is that it's made by the Ring. It's a construct like everything else they project. But it needs to also kind of look like clothes, otherwise you get fucking the movie with Ryan Reynolds.
All right, looking at the gameplay footage. Oh God, I'm blind. No, thank you. No, just no.
I don't know. They didn't quite nail it because it still got these fucking armor qualities to it. But what I want from a Green Lantern costume is Tron, basically.
It's just the abs for me. The abs always aren't working, but everything else looks good to me.
The costume would need to be muted green, and the lines would need to be white, I think, or something to that extent. They didn't really quite do it. They were trying to do it in that select screen, but it just didn't work. It's got this kind of synthetic muscleoid look that also is not really working for it well.
Yeah, that's a problem the movie had too. They try to make it look like muscles on the outside, which is dumb. Like, there's no point to that. It doesn't mean anything.
Well, it's a different kind of muscle though. Like, here it looks almost like he's wearing like a fake like prosthetic muscle. While in the movie it looks like he was like Ryan Reynolds was wearing green steak all over his body. Like, it was much worse in the movie.
He looks like he's wearing a Green Lantern Halloween costume where it has the built-in muscles.
Yeah.
Like, if someone wasn't actually built, but they were like dressing up as like a superhero and they needed the fake abs. Exactly, that's right on the money.
Yeah, it's airbrushing.
All right, Razor, your turn. What's up, man?
Right,
give me the worst design.
My pick is the Flash.
Knew it.
Costume, but especially the alternate. Like, at least the primary has some like soft spots where his joints can bend. He's literally just wearing like shards of metal arranged in the shape of a body. He looks like a Bayformer.
He has extremely large thighs in the alternate costume, and that makes me a little uncomfortable.
I thought you liked
Like-
large thighs.
Well, I mean, sometimes I do.
Or it's
He needs
exposed
to.
thighs. It's exposed
They need
thighs.
refining. They need a lot more refining.
Why does it look like he's eating something's antenna? What's going on?
Say again?
It's like he encountered a golden bug man and like he ripped the antenna off and he's holding it in his mouth as he runs around. Is this the one I'm okay, yeah, I'm seeing it now.
I might be looking at a different picture than you. Because I
Is
don't
this
know
the
if I
correct
see-
one, Razor? I think it is.
You might be looking at one of his
You're talking
like-
about the one that you get from like Star Labs. I can't remember what it's
yeah,
called.
yeah, that's a multiverse, like an alternate
Oh.
Flash that they.
All right, that's
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah,
It's got-
gotcha.
It's got like a scuba rebreather in his mouth.
yeah, that's okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is also hideous.
That's not the one I mean. I just mean his base alternate, where it's the one he's wearing in story mode when him and Shazam go to talk to Aquaman.
It's regime Flash, basically.
Much
Okay,
larger
alright.
Mercury wings on his helmet and shit.
I'm looking at it now. It is fucking hideous. It is awful. What were they thinking?
I just like calm you said that.
Oh my
It's hideous,
god!
it's
Oh my
awful.
god! What
were they
is this?
thinking?
I just came across Blackest Night Batman. How did they fuck that up? How do you fuck up a zombie's head? It's not that hard. Folks, I'm sorry if this is your introduction to me. I don't want to be the guy that hates everything, but that's all you're going to hear from me for like the next 3 months, I'm afraid. Ugh.
We got archives. We got a lot of positivity in the past.
Not a whole lot. Let's not
A little bit more.
Yeah, on the subject of good news, one of us got a beta code, so there'll actually be some game footage.
Yeah.
Razor won the lottery, and he passed it on.
Yeah, I gave it to Cyborg so that he could record stuff. I figured he'd have a better time with the game anyway.
Which I'm trying to still get a game with Red Man.
Like,
it's gonna be
if-
an all-night affair, apparently.
If a character I actually like ends up in the beta roster, I'm going to be a little salty. I'm going to have regrets. But for now, like, I don't really want to play any of the Supers or Batman or Blue Beetle, so it's cool.
No regrets. All right, so you got the Flash on there. What's next on the list?
Next is the best Injustice 2 design so far. I am going to pick Gorilla Grodd.
Oh my god.
Yes.
What is wrong with... Can you guess
Well,
what
now
Chad's
think
least
about it,
favorite
'cause-
is?
Grodd is wearing the least amount of clothing, so there's the least for them to have fucked up.
He's a
The
really
simple-
good-looking gorilla.
The simple virtue of adding armor onto him makes him look stupid. I hate it. I just see a dipshit Optimus Primal's cousin that just doesn't get invited to barbecues. It's awful.
I don't
hate
know.
it so much.
I think Razor kind of hit. He's a very well sculpted gorilla, and I like the gold. Like I like shiny shit. That's generally a winning point with me.
We have seen gear versions where he's wearing like no chest plate. So
I
Well,
think
some
you
of
know
the
what it
gear
is?
gives him the orange shit, which I think is contrary to what I like about Grodd. But go on.
I think it's the fucking helmet. I don't know what it is. And that's out of all things, Gorilla Grodd wears like one of those little brain controlly helmets every now and then. But this looks like he's trying to be a rhinoceros or something. That horn.
well,
is awful.
it's more regal. It's more like a king's crown sort of helmet because he's all about like conquering and taking over Gorilla City and all that shit.
Maybe it's just that in conjunction with the armor, man. It's like one or the other. Pick one.
Well,
They don't-
forgive the
they don't-
quality, but here's a good example of why I think the design looks good. I think that there's a lot of personality there, and it just the lighting looks great. And he's a psychic gorilla. It's that.
I mean, they
that's
did
just
a
awesome
good
to
job
me.
modeling a gorilla. Like they didn't fuck it up. So
Like there's so
No,
much
the
personality
gorilla form
expression in
looks
that
fine.
face. Yeah.
I just hate the armor. That's all.
Okay, well that's great. We'll see if we can make a Gorilla Grodd that pleases you, because he probably is going to be my
I
tertiary
believe-
character.
I believe it can be done, but it does bear saying that I've very seldom hated a costume the way that I hate how Gorilla Grodd looks in this game. I didn't even despise MK9's Scorpion like a lot of you guys did. I thought it was a bit much, but I didn't thoroughly puke all over it.
The frustrating thing about MK9 Scorpion is kind of like the frustrating thing with Raymond, fuck.
Oh my god,
Raven?
you did it again.
You might as well call
Raymond.
Raymond with that face.
We did that during
Damn.
our Injustice comic reviews. We call him Raymond.
Raymond, son of
Raymond.
Trigon.
Everybody loves Raymond.
But yeah, the thing is though, like it's almost a good design. That's why MK9 Scorpion is so frustrating. It was so close to being a really good design, and they fucked it up. So, okay, but Blue Beetle, FYI, I still think looks really good. I'm still planning on probably like using or even maining the character. The only problem with Blue Beetle is the build. Other than that, he's a good design. It's just the size of his body.
I don't
he's
hate Blue
fat.
Beetle. He's cool.
He looks like a big, bulky adult man, and he's supposed to be like 16 years old and skinny.
Yeah, but there's worse problems you can have. Like I like a bulky 45-year-old dude body is as a Blue Beetle flaw, it could be so much worse than that. Like the mask they nailed. The mask looks so good, which really is not something that honestly should translate well. It's something that works better in a comic panel than it does in a 3D model. So the fact that it looks as good as it does is super impressive to me.
To be fair, his gearless like base form does look a lot like he looks in the comics, other than the shape of his body.
Are we not sure it's just not all the fucking armor he's got on?
I have not seen him get any skinnier.
Yeah.
I've seen him get thicker.
Weird statement.
I've Atrocitus too. Their base form is actually the skinny version. Once you put gear on them, they get fucking bigger.
All right, I'm gonna try and find a Blue Beetle versus Atrocitus screenshot and see what like their size compares.
But just in closing, I think Gorilla Grodd looks really good. I think I love the design so much. So, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, I'll go next here. For me, probably the design I like the most, not really a shocker, Poison Ivy. If I had to give a secondary mention, I think it's between Wonder Woman and Supergirl. Honestly, I think they really knocked the female models out of the park this time. Their faces actually look real. The overall models look really good, and I actually like their outfits. So, yeah.
Interesting. I did not expect you to pick either of those. Very shocked. I mean, Poison Ivy I expected, but I did not expect Supergirl or Wonder Woman. Even though I think both of them look good now. Even Wonder Woman I thought looked okay when she was announced, but I really did not expect you to pick to pick Supergirl. I did not. I don't recall you mentioning her that much. So,
yeah. I mean, like I said, in the beta, she'd probably be the one that I played. I dig the way she's looking. I like that shorter haircut. Her face just, yeah. I've liked the face though since the beginning. I know when we did the reaction video, you weren't as big of a fan as many weren't. So I mean, it makes sense. But
yeah,
I was more forgiving towards the face and not as critical of it, but they've only improved it by leaps and bounds since. So
yes.
And I like it even more now. So I honestly think that between Poison Ivy, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman, I think they really knocked all three of them out of the park appearance-wise. So I'm excited for all of them, and I think their models look really, really good. Harley, to a lesser extent, I mean, I think in game she looks really good. I do not think her concept art on the website looks good.
Yeah, the render is.
Her face in the render, and her eyes especially, look really, really odd. But in game, she looks good. So, because I remember her reveal trailer, I complimented her looking really good. So, yeah, no.
Could you say just a slide a bit more about Wonder Woman? Why Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman, because even as soon as they showed her, everything was clicking for me with Wonder Woman. Her outfit is exactly what I want. Her face obviously looks a million times better this time around. It looks like a female, and yeah, what you'd expect. Her overall, I don't know, just the overall thing looks really good. I think everything looks the way I would expect with Wonder Woman. Head to toe.
Interesting. Okay, cool.
Maybe a little bit like thicker, like I could probably say, but they're gonna go the Gal Gadot route. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, she's definitely got more curves and size than she did in Injustice 1, which she looks healthy now. She looked all fucked in Injustice 1, but now she's looked done. I agree. Even though people are critical of her face, I still think she looks really good. I'm very happy with Wonder Woman in this game.
She looks like a more pronounced woman, like what you would think, like the Diana Prince, or like even the what was the old Wonder Woman show back in, like, what was it, the 80s?
I just call her the mayor from Super Troopers.
70s.
Wonder Woman.
70s, there you go.
Yeah.
So it looks like face-wise,
Linda
she
Carter.
looks, yeah, she looks very similar to her. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think they nailed it really, really well with her. So yeah,
I do have to honestly, after the preceding Raven comments, have to give it up to them for vastly improving the ladies' faces in this game so far.
yeah.
Like, I'm in love with
Definitely.
Harley. I am in love with Harley. Harley looks incredible in this game. I think that she could have a better costume, but the face, holy shit, they got it A1 plus down pat. It's wonderful.
Yeah, they really nailed them this time, which is good. And Black Canary is along the same vein. Her face obviously looks really good, so they really nailed
listen.
the modeling.
They listened to us, and yes, good stuff.
They took
Good
some
shit.
courses since their last outing.
Man, I think that there were probably meetings and like performance reviews over that Raven face. There had to have been.
Yeah.
Well, none of them were that great. From MK9 to Injustice, they really weren't that great. But MKX and Injustice too, they've stepped their game up quite a bit, which is good. So they're definitely improving on that front. So Shad, who do you think, design-wise, your favorite?
Let me just take a look at one more dude here.
I like to think that it's not even related to what we're talking about.
What's an Injustice?
Just let me take a look.
I'm on Pornhub right now. What are you talking about? You know what? I'm insane in the membrane. Like I said, I forgot that. Okay, I was mixing up costumes. I was actually thinking of Aquaman's primary in Injustice 1 when I was thinking of his Injustice 2.
Oh, thank
They
God.
actually, yeah, he looks like shit here. Okay, moving right on. They gave him dignity in Injustice 1, but not 2. Folks, that's how much I care about this game. So,
To be fair, they've shown very little of Aquaman so far.
if he's gonna be wandering around shirtless, he needs to have the beard. It does not look right without the beard.
Yeah, that's my problem. I really want the long hair and beard for this version of Aquaman.
I don't know why they just don't go for it. They clearly have the giant like tribal tattoo, like the Jason Momoa Aquaman that we're getting is going to be all about. So you might as well go full bore with it. Give him the beard, give him long hair, go with it.
I would actually say that there's an argument to be made for a lot of characters having iconic old school looks. And I'm going to be fair about this. Not a lot about Aquaman can ever really be considered iconic. People loved that shirtless, long-haired, bearded look on Aquaman. It made him look like a badass. It's wonderful. And it's a miracle when, on rare occasions, you can make him clean-shaven and still have him come off like a badass, like that Jeff Johns comic the other couple of years ago. That was some good stuff. So I'm going to actually give it up for Brainiac right now. The only correct answer is Scarecrow when he's released and shown off, and they show us the Arkham costume. That is the correct answer. The interim is Brainiac. That's all I'm saying. I love how it all kind of flows together. It's the perfect mix of his green skin form and his like cyborg and mecha form. I really want to see some gameplay with this guy. I am looking forward to that. Yes.
Are these your choices, Shadaloo? Would you have gone with the green face and the black armor?
The green face.
Like, is that the Brainiac you would have wanted, or if you were putting Brainiac in the game, would you have gone with a different
I
aesthetic
mean,
design?
if it's entirely up to me, I would go with like full-on metal skull Brainiac. That's my preferred
Okay.
version. But there is again an argument to be made that Brainiac's green skin form with a black bodysuit is just as, if not more, iconic. So I think that melding them together like this was actually a wonderful choice. It's good. It makes a lot of sense. He looks imposing and intimidating. Got a bit of a big head, but the character kind of always has. Quid pro quo, his name. I don't hate it. It's good. I like it a lot. I'm also a fan of
Interesting.
Poison Ivy. I'm a fan of Poison Ivy. I've mentioned it before, but I don't like Atrocitus. But we're gonna get to our least favorite ones. It's tough. It's tough for me to choose between Atrocitus and Gorilla Grodd for that. I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah,
I'm impressed you picked Brainiac, though. I didn't see that coming. That's good shit.
Everyone else is just kind of not offensive the way they were in Injustice 1. Pretty damned impressive, like Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, Deadshot under the right light. I'm still not convinced about that mask. That mask just needs no. I'll be changing that mask. Or is Aquaman? Moving along. Oh yes, and Superman looks like he stole Spider-Man's pajamas.
Yeah, I
Not a
see
fan of
it.
Not a fan of that outfit.
I was gonna like Superman. I'm glad that he doesn't look armored anymore, but now he looks like he's got a mattress sewn around him.
Yeah, it's not awesome.
You know,
Yeah.
I didn't actually thoroughly hate his Injustice 1 outfit. It was better than this, I thought. They were channeling Eradicator a bit better than they are here.
I
don't
really
want
liked his
Superman to look
Injustice
like
outfit a lot.
Eradicator.
What's
I
that?
don't
You don't
I
want
don't
them to channel
want
Eradicator?
I don't want
Am I
Superman to look like Eradicator.
Am
That's
I
a
the
mistake.
only guy that like actually enjoyed that stupid over the
No,
shoulder?
I love
thing?
Eradicator, but Superman should not look like Eradicator.
Well, he's closer in character to Eradicator in Injustice than he is casual Superman. You got to give him that.
Yeah, but I don't like. I want a Superman like that's why like I'm not looking forward to the story of this game because it's not going to have the Earths crossing over like the first one did. We're just stuck with the Superman whose every intro is something about wanting to rule the world.
At least he's not wearing the goggles.
See, if they put on the goggles, then I'd be going for it. Like, if you're going to make him Eradicator, go all the way.
I don't understand what the point of some of this armor on Injustice 2 Superman is. What is the possible need for this chin, jaw, forehead tiara piece thing he's got going on? It's
Because everyone loved it when Gambit wore one, even though, like, there's no point to it. Like, why does that even exist as a thing? Who designed a mask that doesn't cover the face and thought they were doing good?
Yeah, well,
it's
I mean,
like
it looks.
I don't want to
yeah.
get clocked in the chin, but my face, no protection. I'm
Like,
fine like this.
I like Gambit, but I've always hated his fucking costume from the neck up.
Yeah. I just got the Raiden thing going on.
If he had a hat, like, I figure Raiden wears the cowl because it attaches to the hat.
That's the thing. I don't think I hate it entirely when it's just cloth like Raiden's got going on most of the time. But why does he need this armor on his chin and jawline? I don't understand. Why not everywhere? Why not nowhere? Fucking pick one.
He's bulletproof. He doesn't need armor at all.
Are you telling me that naked Superman with, like, I don't know, just the S over the shoulder cape would be an improvement on this?
On that, yeah.
Okay, I can dig it. Why not?
I just want the mullet.
No!
Maybe the mullet will be gear.
I hope so. That would be the sickest thing ever.
The mullet can only be gear if the black bodysuit with the silver S and ridiculous pointless silver toes, big toes only, is also here.
Honestly, I hope NetherRealm is listening, because if Aquaman and Superman don't have hair as gear yet, that needs to be a thing.
I would love the idea. Everyone should have hair gear. I think that'd be fantastic. Gear hair.
Just want to make sure that that's out there now, that they're totally... That idea is for free. We will not accuse you of plagiarism. You can have it.
We patent nothing. All right, Razor, what do
Your
you
game,
got?
your
That's a
rules.
gift. All right, so the best design so far for Injustice 2. I was kind of tempted to say Grodd for the same reasons you did, and the thing I brought up about the less clothes they're wearing, the less they're fucked up.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I kind of want to say, like, and he's just a picture on their website so far, so I could be getting ahead of myself, but I actually think this time they'll get the Flash right.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Bane, but okay. Flash does look a lot better.
I mean, Bane looks really cool, but I can't call it my favorite because it's such a diversion from the comics.
Also, I'm not 100% sure this is what we're getting either, but go on.
Yeah, like for me, you need, like, a character's primary needs to look like the fucking comics. I don't want, like, if you want to do something different, put it in the alts. And maybe it'll be great, like, maybe I'll like it, but it won't be my favorite. My favorite's always going to be what matches the source material, because that's the kind of person I am. And the Flash, like, just for the fact that he's wearing goddamn cloth, like, that I don't see any giant bulky shoulder pads or chest plate.
Oh, wait. Just wait. It's coming.
Yeah, I know it's coming. That's what the gear's for. But just the render that they have now on the website looks acceptable to me. and I'm happy for that. And if I were to pick someone who we've actually seen gameplay footage of, I'm gonna go Black Canary, for the same reason. She's not wearing any goddamned armor. She's just in clothes.
She does look good. I'll agree with that.
All right, take us.
I think Canary's probably like a distant third or fourth for me. She's not bad.
The Sonya stuff bothered me more than I thought. As that kind of fermented, the Sonya similarities are me a bit, which
Yeah,
is kind of
but
make me
that's
go
what
more
I'm
towards
saying.
Grodd these days.
I'm not as blown away as I was when I first saw her, but it's a very functional, simple. It does the job very well. I can look at this and I can say this is definitely a good looking Black Canary. It just doesn't blow me out of the water. It's fine. It's a fine costume. It's cool.
Yeah, like I'm not excited for Canary. I'm not gonna play as Canary. I don't really like Sonya.
Oh, I am.
But
I'm going in hard on that.
just in terms of costume design, I appreciate what she's got going on. I think she's a little fat in the face, but I'd much rather
I
have.
like her fat face.
Yeah.
Careful.
I think Harley Quinn's going with the too fat of a face, in my opinion. I think Canary's is perfect.
Nah. Harley looks fine. Nah, I gotta wholeheartedly disagree.
Harley,
cheeks.
fair enough.
Emotion.
Give me those baby fat cheeks. I'm all about it. Just give me the
Harley
baby
looks-
fat cheeks.
Harley looks much better in motion than she does in still pictures.
Yes.
Yeah,
Agree.
that's the thing of it.
All right. So
All right. Worst designs. I mean, the temptation obviously is to say Atrocitus, but he is not my choice. I am going Aquaman all the way on this. God, you have to fuck up hard to be worse than Atrocitus. My shit. Yeah, so first of all, he looks like buffed out David Spade. He had a perfectly fine face in the last game. Why they change faces ever makes no sense to me. I hate that. I hate when there's facial inconsistency in any game because it takes me out of it. It completely removes me from the experience. Any immersion is gone once I see it. It's like changing actors to me. I hate that. But on top of that, nothing looks good. The giant seashell shoulder pad is like, it just looks tacky and it looks like it limits his mobility. That doesn't look good. Like, I love Aquaman as a design just in general, and I love the scale mail. And there is no scale mail here. His belt buckle is huge. It doesn't look functional at all. God, and he has fucking Johnny Cage's like mummy wrapping. I'm only one arm. What is wrong with it?
Why would a swimmer wear gauze on something? Like, it's gonna disintegrate when they're in the water.
Man, it just
that giant shark tooth belt buckle just bothers me because if he ever leans forward, that's just jabbing right into his stomach. That bothers me. Like, that is not practical.
How do
in
you
any
sit
way.
down in that thing?
Yeah, like the one rule about superheroes, particularly the Justice League, is they all have a logo somewhere on them. Aquaman's is supposed to be his belt buckle, and they just went and replaced it with something.
Yeah. Just to praise the Atrocitus design for a second, at least it's salvageable. It's kind of like Raven, where I could make this work if I just take out all the holes. That's really the biggest thing holding back Atrocitus is the Deborah factor. He's got too many holes, and it makes me uncomfortable. I'm afraid it's gonna rain or some shit, and all that stuff's gonna get contained into. Oh God! So Aquaman's the worst. Atrocitus, I feel like I could fix this. I can't fix Aquaman. You gotta literally just fucking make it his new 52, man. Come on. But Cyborg, what do you got for me?
The worst, or my least favorite. I mean, you kind of preached to Aquaman. Atrocitus is a given. So I'm going to try and go a little bit elsewhere for my worst. That's tough because the other ones are actually relatively decent. So, of what's remaining...
You can pick one of those two if you want. You don't have to pick a different one.
I don't want to just...
Hey, if you think it's the worst, pick it away, dude.
Okay. No, I'm
not disagreeing.
No, I have to, Superman. I'm sorry, it's just got to be Superman.
He does look bad.
Because
I can definitely make a case.
Aquaman looks silly. Atrocitus, just way too bulky. But whereas I can find reason for everybody else to look dumb or however they want, Superman is so easy to get right. And at least with the render, I mean, I can't speak to in-game, but that render is just absolutely awful. His face, that is old David Hasselhoff. Like the way like he doesn't even have the wavy curl. It's just big fluffy hair. He's got all the armor on. I do not like the.
Yeah, that's the part that bothers me the most. Is so Superman just kind of looks like a dude when you don't get his hair right.
He looks like somebody's
He
dad.
looks like a guy.
He just looks like somebody's
Yeah.
dad, and it's not who Superman should. He shouldn't look like just somebody's father. That's somebody's father in a Halloween costume of armor. Like it's just somebody tried to mix up Iron Man and Superman, and I just don't like it. I also don't like the connecting S with the cape. I never liked it in Injustice 1, and I don't like it here. I like the S to be in the middle of the chest and the cape to go onto his shoulders and leave it there. I don't like connecting the two. Yeah, and I just don't like the armor on him. When we were reading the Injustice comics, when they did the flashback issue, like a few issues in, and they showed Superman in his classic outfit, classic getup. Everything was cloth. Everything was just classic Superman. I'd missed that, and I'm not even like a huge Superman fan. I like Superman, but he's not even remotely in my top 20 or 30 characters, comic book wise. But damn it, this is not Superman. It just does not look right. It's just way. If there's a guilty party here of way overdone, I mean, you could make obviously an obvious case with the Flash because he doesn't need it either, but at the end of the day, at least Flash is fragile. Superman is not fucking fragile in the slightest. So if there's anybody that should less is more, it's Superman. So this just seems overdone for the sake of being overdone. And yeah, I just can't get past that face. It's just somebody's father in there. I don't like it. Super dad.
It's a real contender. I agree. Like all the I agree with. Nothing bruises me like the others, but yeah.
Didn't we actually agree that he looked like Charlie Sheen, or was that someone else?
Somebody
No,
said
I think that was someone did mention that.
it might have been Django.
Might have been.
I think it
Jonathan.
was no. I think it was actually me.
Ah,
Okay.
I just remember. I think I said somebody looked like Charlie Sheen, and I'm like, was it Superman? 'Cause,
it's
yeah,
definitely Superman. Yeah.
God, it is terrible, isn't it? The more I look at it, ugh.
Yeah, the dad stuff is hard to unsee, especially.
I honestly don't know. I mean, I hate Gorilla Grodd, but like we've all been saying, they got the gorilla part very, very right. So by default, I can't probably consider it my worst one. Superman looks like shit, but I have such a laundry list of complaints with Atrocitus, and it goes beyond just like him wearing rocks and lava and his lack of fucking teeth. I just don't feel. You know what? I'm probably gonna go ahead and say Atrocitus.
Okay.
I really am. You know, there's a thing about Atrocitus when you read the comics. It looks like he is exuding rage in every fucking panel. Doesn't matter if he's ordering tea. The guy looks pissed off and angry.
The thing about comic Atrocitus is he has Baraka's teeth, so he can't make facial expressions that aren't angry.
It's a huge thing. But this, like, I mean, even that aside, it is possible to have a character seem like he's always boiling over with rage, having gritted teeth all the time. And, like, half the screenshots I'm looking at and the videos I've seen, he doesn't look like he's gonna, like, tear you open and eat your heart and fuck your skull with your own ribs. He looks like he's gonna slap you around at a bar, then go have a couple of shots. He doesn't look angry.
Yeah.
He just looks like a douche. I'm not
Yeah, I
afraid
can
of
kind
him.
of see him playing pool at a bar and being an asshole. Yeah, I got that vibe as well.
They just didn't get the character right at all. Points for Dexter, but fucking shit. I just don't like
Dexter looks really fucking good.
I don't like anything about this character other than Dexter. So Atrocitus is my pick. I can at least say that I enjoy the fact that they incorporated Superman's Eradicator archenemy S over the shoulder cape. I'm sorry about that, Cyborg. But I feel like that out of all things is a correct choice if you're gonna channel Dick version of Superman. At least they're channeling something. This guy's just gonna do shots at a bar and pass out in a puddle of his own piss, shit, and puke. I hate this Atrocitus design so much.
He looks like a red, bloated Ivan Ooze from the Power Rangers.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
that's a good one. Yeah.
His face is just so Ivan Oozy. It's just
I
bothers
can
me.
see it. I can see it.
Cannot unsee it now. Excellent.
Do you like
So
Dexter?
there it is. There it is. That's all I got to say about that.
Okay, Razor.
I mean, Aquaman is probably a good pick.
It's hard to argue.
Like, I'm not nearly as mad about Atrocitus as you guys are, because I've never really liked his design in the comics either. Which is funny, because, like we've said before, I'm the guy who loves the Red Lanterns, but I'd never liked their leader. Atrocitus is not, by any means, my favorite Red Lantern.
He's a Bleeze fan, he is.
Well, that ass, man.
Boy.
But no,
Oh, dude, I just googled Bleeze Red Lantern. The second potential search result is Bleeze Red Lantern Rule 34. You're not alone.
well, that's
not
kind
alone.
of all that character is just shots of her ass. So,
Yes, it is, he said, completing the search result.
Oh my god.
I kind of like Zilius Zox, the big floating head.
Oh my god, is there like some sort of unwritten Green Lantern author rule where it's like, let's stick a member of the big floating head race in this core? Because I think every single one of them actually has one of those dudes.
Well, yeah, that's what the deal is. So the Green Lanterns have a guy who's like a human beach ball, and then they have the Birdfish Man, Tomar Ray. So when they introduced the Red Lanterns, they gave him a Birdfish Man to the Sinestro Corps and a Beach Ball Man to the fucking Red Lanterns.
That's just a human beach ball. Like, what the fuck?
I just searched Bleeze. Like, you guys weren't joking. You're pretty much, yeah.
She's kind of comic books Morrigan.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, I can see
explains
that.
so much about the way I feel about her. Okay. Moving on.
But yeah, no, Aquaman's my pick for all the previously stated reasons. He needs to be fucking long hair and beard, or have the orange shirt, one or the other. This, where it's neither, is not working.
Yeah, if they fix the face, I might be able to forgive everything else, but the face is so bad.
He looks like a guy. He looks like the guy who plays Citizen Steel on Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh, I don't know it, man.
It's a DC show. He looks like that guy, and that guy is not Aquaman. Like, and this face is obviously different from the Injustice 1 face.
Well, I try to use a different analogy every time, but I still think the most accurate analogy I've said goes all the way back to June, and that's when I say he looks like Kiefer Sutherland chewing on lemons. That's really, honest to God, what he looks like to me. So,
That's actually a good one too.
I could see
does-
that. I could see
He does look very.
Stephen Baldwin.
yeah,
Maybe
there's
like-
a lot of Steve in there.
Maybe like Uncle Joey from Full House mixed with a badger.
Dave Coulier.
Yeah, Dave Coulier like mixed with a badger. Like, I don't know.
Good Alanis Morissette.
Just making this worse by the second.
Like, he has badgerish qualities. Like his gritting teeth just in his nose and his eyes. Like I just
I'm gonna
see a
Google Dave
badger.
Coulier
I'm getting a little bit of
badger
Michael
ship
McKean in
shows
there.
up. Badger.
Aquaman's head needs
First
some
result:
work.
Aquaman and Justice 2. That'd be fun.
I found a Ghostbusters comic. No, sadly, this is not going to lead the expected results.
But yeah.
I mean, Dave Coulier did voice Venkman in the later seasons.
I know that.
That's probably why.
Yeah. So originally they had the Garfield guy, and they replaced him because Dave Coulier could do a Bill Murray impression. It wasn't a good one, but
Dave Coulier really is Hollywood's janitor.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm sorry, man. It's true. He is option Z. He really is.
it's a running theme, I think. You get Dave Coulier when you can't get anyone else.
Man, the Jackalope had more stage presence than that guy.
Oh God. Aquaman, that's my pick. What was
right.
the category?
Yeah, so I guess finally we're going to probably rush this one a bit because there's not too much we can say. Out of the leaked characters, who are we most looking forward to? Because it's pretty clear this leak list is true. I'm going to kind of pull a wild card out here. I'm really looking forward to Captain Cold now. I feel like Mr. Freeze is not going to be as cool just because I can't see him having the same mobility, assuming one of them is not a premier costume for the other, which is starting to look like it's the case that the one is not. Like, it sounds like they are indeed separate. So, like, Captain Cold, I mean, he looks like a fucking like fleshed out version of Iceman from Mega Man 1. That's really the honest to God what that design screams out to me. So I would love to see some mobility on that asshole. I think that would be really tight. I think there's a lot you could do with that
We've got
design
mobility
as well.
asshole that's really tight. That's good.
That sentence is loaded.
It's a trio of good things. No, it's it's gonna be fun. I feel like you could really armor that bad boy up. You can get all sorts of like hoods, like all sorts of Eskimo.
I am waiting to see the suit of armor that looks like a parka.
I'm fucking excited, dude. I want to do some ice climber shit. That's gonna be fun, man.
That's going
God.
right there on my list of how did you fuck this up if they actually fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I'm
be
really
at like,
excited. Yeah.
oh man.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, that gear is going to be an achievement in stupidity.
I think it's gonna be tight. Like I'm really looking forward to Captain Cold now because I think the gear
his
system's
base
gonna be
costume
fun.
is going to be great.
I mean,
right, Cyborg, what do you got?
for me, I mean, I got to pass by the obvious. Dr. Fate, of course, I'm super excited for. Even Catwoman returning, I'm super excited for. But I'm going to put those two aside because Dr. Fate, I still maintain that as excited as I am to have him in the game, I still feel like I'm just absolutely worried that his gameplay is going to be so tricky and he's going to be really slow of a character, much like Zatanna in Justice 1. So, honestly, out of that entire list, the one that I'm most shocked beyond, I mean, I guess Mr. Freeze would be shocking if he makes it, but I think Shadaloo and I are in agreement here probably in that Scarecrow is one. Scarecrow was on my wish list, and Scarecrow is somebody that I've been pushing for, I think, since Injustice 1. I feel like I've mentioned him in the lead up to that game, and how badass you could... if they do him well, of course, obviously I'm prefacing this. If they do him well and really capitalize on him just messing everything up, making all the controls backwards, life bars are doing crazy things. If they really... like, the timers going berserk, like... if they really make him just absolutely mess with your opponent and just mess everything up on the match, I want him banned from tournaments. I want him that just gimmicky and stupid and dumb. I just want this guy to give us one character.
Mr. Luck, the character.
Yes, give us one character that's just absolutely ridiculously stupid, but he's just a ton of fun to watch and a ton of fun to play against your friends because he's that ridiculous. Scarecrow could be that guy. And yeah, so for that reason alone, I would be super excited for him, and I'm anticipating him the most. Fate, like I said, Fate's the given. I'm looking forward to Dr. Fate. I'm going to try and do my best to main Dr. Fate. I've been pushing for Dr. Fate. My damn avatar has been Dr. Fate for years. So don't think I'm putting him on the side, but it's kind of like when you know the number one's obvious, you want to pick a secondary so people at least get some sort of surprise. I would choose Scarecrow.
Yeah, I think we're all in that boat. I think we all have a character we feel like we should main, but we're leaning towards someone else. But what's up, Shadaloo? Go on.
I just want to say that I agree with everything you've just said about Scarecrow. Scarecrow for me is in that is in that category of Anchorman. I don't believe you image. I don't believe you're actually going to put this character in the game. That would be too awesome.
Absolutely.
Show me. Prove me wrong. I want to see this. And my God, don't Sinestro it up. Please, make him fun and playable.
Yep.
Crane-style kung fu. We've covered this. I mean, I can see Captain Cold in a fighting game, no problem. I can see Mr. Freeze in a fighting game, no problem. Joker, they managed to make him work somehow. I need to see how they would make Scarecrow function. I need this.
There's so much potential. I think all of us are secretly really hoping that Scarecrow's on the horizon because I just want to see what they do. It's more curiosity than it is love. I like Scarecrow, but I'm more fascinated with what they're going to do with him than actually willing to play as the Scarecrow.
I immediately think of... remember how awesome that trailer was for Noob Saibot and MK9? Like, how awesome that reveal trailer was and just how badass so many of his moves were. Yes. I feel like Scarecrow is going to capture that magic to the nth degree because, yeah, he's just that damn cool and could be really fun. But it's only if they load him up with armor and just make him swinging around a scythe and not really doing much to mess with your opponent. I mean, okay, at least we got Scarecrow, but man, this is a character they could really just let their creative juices flow. So I'm excited for that reason.
How honestly would they fuck up and give him armor with that fucking hat or some variation thereof?
Yeah, like
Like
that's actually
Scarecrow and armor, I find this actually hard to picture. If they do it, it'll be a master class in stupidity. They could teach this shit at Harvard. How to fuck up conceivably and totally in every single possible fucking way.
It's a real concern.
We need
If Scarecrow
burlap.
is somehow wearing armor, oh my god.
We need burlap.
No,
we need
not
raggedy.
burlap. Not burlap. Wire mesh.
What?
we really need to see
Stitched into
them
the shape of a
prove-
mask.
We really need to see them prove some point that there will be characters whose gear is not fucking metal plates.
Yeah, like I said, I want for Scarecrow, I want burlap. I want a damn straitjacket that's all raggedy and torn. I want all the variations. I want to see a noose hanging from his neck. I want all these options in the game as his gear. We don't need armor and stuff like that for Scarecrow. Give us all the crazy stuff that he wore in the animated series, in the comics over the years. Give us the Dark Knight or Batman Begins type mask. Give us the comic mask. Give us the dark Arkham games masks. Oh, just that would be fantastic.
I really would love inspiration from crazy season 4 animated series Preacher noose around the neck Scarecrow.
And with the
even for a kids show, man, that guy was fucking creepy looking. I think that's one of the best. I think that's one of the best Scarecrows ever looked. I have that action figure from the animated series. I'm staring at it right now.
Yeah.
I'm afraid to leave it in my basement, but I have to because I can't have it upstairs in my room. I'm scared of it. It's
the other thing about that Scarecrow design is they got fucking the Reanimator to be the voice actor.
Yeah, the voice
God,
is really good. It's
really?
very raspy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Holy
Jeffrey
shit!
Combs.
That's awesome. That's tight.
I bet they won't get anybody nearly that cool for the game.
Is he still alive?
Although-
The guy that did the voice there?
No, Jeffrey Combs is still alive. Yeah.
Okay, well,
And, the
let's
guy who
hope
does
they
it
bring
in
him
Arkham
back.
Knight, the guy who does it in Arkham Knight is the mad science guy from Fringe. He was Denethor in Lord of the Rings. I'm forgetting his real name.
Oh,
that would be a front runner.
I don't watch
imagine.
Fringe, but I didn't know that was fucking Denethor.
Yeah.
That's fucking tight. You got fucking Denethor. Wow, I'm learning so much shit today. This is all making me. I'm smiling like a fucking asshole right now. That's awesome.
But yeah, so, Dr. Fate aside, Scarecrow for sure. Shadowloo's in agreement with Scarecrow. Razor, what do you got?
I think I'm most so. This is conditional. The thing about Firestorm is
I'm sorry. Go on. Yes, continue.
so the thing about the character of Firestorm in the comics is when he's adapted, you almost only ever see him fly and shoot fire. But he actually, like, his most important superpower is transmutation. He can turn stuff into other stuff. And I am very curious to see if and how that will make it into his moveset. I don't think I'll play as him, but I'm very just really interested to see where the imagination takes them if they bother with Firestorm.
I think I already know what his super's going to be. He's going to explode and die. Because I swear to fucking God, I used to back when I read DC Comics all the time. The only times I'd ever see Firestorm would be like in mega events where something would happen and they'd need to change Firestorm's like personality or human under that armor to shake things up and relaunch the character, and he would without fail fucking blow up. I think it happened 2 or 3 times.
So the other thing about Firestorm is that he's made up of multiple people at once, sort of like Ermac. It's like, so there's the base version is a college student named Ronnie Raymond and his professor Martin Stein, and they like touch each other and merge into a single dude, and it's Ronnie flying around and he can hear Martin's voice in his head telling him what to do. But every once in a while, one of the two dies and gets replaced by a different person.
I mean, it's a good pick. The only problem is, almost without exception, every character on the gameplay side has been pretty lackluster so far. From a gameplay perspective, no one has really impressed me yet.
Like,
so,
in terms of who I'm most looking forward to play as, I want Catwoman to come back and actually be good this time, because I liked her moves in the first one. She just didn't really have what it takes to keep up.
Well, she was a lot of work. I mean, 16-bit used Catwoman, and he got to Evo top 8. So
What the hell?
Yeah.
Is this guy and me
You didn't
like
know
the
that?
same person? Like, we both use Katana, we both use Catwoman. Who is this guy?
I love 16, but that guy, I miss KTP so much. But yeah, he proved to the world that you can win with low tier. I don't think there's any question she's low tier, but I didn't think she's kind of like Shazam, where people were really downplaying just how, I don't know. She had very noticeable flaws, but I think she had the tools to succeed. I
Yeah,
don't think
it's
she was
just like
that bad.
I want to play as her. She's very Rush Downy, fits my style, kinda. It's just like I'm not that great at fighting games to begin with. I don't need the handicap of character on top of that.
Well, I mean, there's some intuitive. Low tier can kind of be intuitive sometimes. There's some pros to playing low tier. Because some of the best characters are some of the hardest to use. You know,
Yeah.
Viper from Street Fighter 4 is a good example of that. At least in the vanilla stages. All right. Well, that's it. That's the roundtable. Anything else before we close out?
Nope. Looking forward to the character reveal next week. I think it's on Monday, the 13th, right? Tomorrow's the 10th, until 13th. Yep. So on
Are
Monday,
they're just dropping another trailer and then doing a stream where they reveal nothing in the stream?
something
3
like
days
that.
later?
They haven't announced the next stream, but yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so we have that character reveal coming up on Monday. Excited for that, and then we're supposed to get like a really cool trailer that Ed Boon said was his favorite that they've ever done. So that could be neat.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's story mode.
Yeah, I'm
Are
not
they just
sure.
making Scorpion part of the base roster, or what's the deal?
But yeah, so
I like Scorpion and Injustice.
we're getting sub this time, which I'm actually interested in.
Was that actually confirmed, or was that just a
No,
running
it's just
theory?
a rumor.
It's strongly
Just-
implied.
Yeah.
Whenever Boone puts up a DLC poll, that character ends up a DLC.
Okay.
He just asked which MK character you'd want as DLC, and it was Sub-Zero, Raiden, Johnny Cage, and like one other person, like Jax or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, it
but...
I think it was
Jax.
Jack.
Of course it was Jax.
yeah, I know.
Because he still believes that Jax has the fans that everyone else does.
But yeah, Sub-Zero ran
that's
away with it, with Raiden, I think, taking second. But
Shame,
yeah,
because I like Jax.
I like Jax too, but
But
he's never going to be anyone's option number one.
no, Jax
That's
is
all there is to it.
not anywhere. He's not like in my top 5 at all. I just like him.
Yeah, I like him. I especially like him now. MKX did a lot of good for Jax.
yeah.
Jax was very, very solid in MKX. He had a great showing,
Well,
and I love the fact that he just
MK9
kind
did
of
a lot
went.
for him too. Like it's just that the 3D era was very bad for Jax.
Oh, horrible!
Yeah.
Just horrible.
oh yeah.
Oh god.
Damn bling alternate attire. Oh my god. All right. Well, that wraps it up for this episode then. We'll see you guys next week, next Thursday. That's when these episodes come out in case you're new. Every Thursday going forward. And check out the other content. We'll be covering things as well as the Injustice comic reviews, which we're still keeping up with every single day. We just put out the 9th episode today. So anyways, on that note, take care, guys. See you later.
Peace.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. See you soon.
Razor, are you going to say goodbye?
Do I have to?
You know what? Thank you to all of our long-term fans. And I said this on our Facebook group, but there are people there who have just like not posted in a really long time, or like I've never seen them post before. So fucking thank you guys for tuning in, for continually being here. Cyborg, did you already stop the podcast or what? Or are we still
No,
rolling?
I'm going to improve
Okay,
this.
because that happens sometimes. That really happens sometimes. I had to make sure I wasn't just wasting my breath for my compatriots.
He
and
hit
Either
stop
way.
5 minutes
Thank
ago,
you.
but keep going. You're
Either,
good.
either way, I would have let you keep going. It's a wonderful
That's the
speech you're
problem.
on.
Love you all. Thank you so much for listening.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys. We
Seconded
definitely
and
appreciate
thirded.
it.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like of all the like things in my life that doing this podcast has changed. The biggest plus has been the Facebook group. All the people that we have to talk to now that we're actually like connected with on a human level. Like
Which I'm glad you
never
mentioned
used
that.
to get that when I was like a user on MKO. So it's
Yes.
my favorite part.
Absolutely, and I'm glad you mentioned that because I don't think we mentioned that enough. But we do have a Facebook group. It's not just the Facebook page. We have a Facebook group that's a closed group. So if you search Netherkast, you see closed group. It has like 60 people or something like that in there. Just ask to join. I'll accept it, or one of us will accept it to let you in. We just keep it closed so no random people just randomly join that we don't really know. We want to make sure who's in that actual group are the people that actually listen to the show. So definitely ask to join. It's a great community. We've got at least 20 people that post almost daily, it seems like. So it's definitely a fun community where it's a lot more mature and people treating each other respectfully. So definitely check that out, guys. And on that note, see you later. For realsies this time.
Bye-bye now.
Peace.
Good night.